Guy, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It's evening here in Minnesota. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is Katie from Without a Crystal Ball, and I am finally home. I took my son to the doctor's today, and I was driving forever, and it was over rush hour, and I'm so tired of driving. If you have to drive forever to get to an appointment and then spend only a little bit of time there and then drive forever back, you know what I'm talking about. So welcome. I'm back in my home, in my abode, even though I wasn't here most of the day. We've had a very busy day on the channel, and we've had a lot of Team Mom news, but today a pretty big story came out of the beauty industry, or the beauty niche of YouTube. And I'm not a huge beauty watcher by any means, but I definitely pay attention to different stories. And obviously this story is #1 trending on YouTube. And I'm like, damn. And while I was at the doctor's appointment, my lovely Jessie Bear sent me a message, and she was like, you have got to watch NikkieTutorials' new video. So if you are not familiar with Nikki, here she is. Is she pretty? She is a makeup artist and hair artist. She actually has gone to school. She's taken numerous classes for makeup and hair, and done some academy stuff, had a business for a short period of time where she, like sort of an academy. She's been on YouTube since 2008. She actually started her YouTube channel when she was 14 years old doing makeup. And since she's been on YouTube, she has amassed 12.5 million subscribers, over 1 billion views. And she, in 2017, was ranked one of the top beauty influencers in the industry. She's actually Dutch. I had no idea until just a few minutes ago. She was born in the Netherlands and continues to live there. She has been born and raised there, I should say. Recently was engaged this past August to her boyfriend Dylan, and has kind of just been doing her own thing on the YouTubes. She generally stays out of the drama, although there was some drama back in the day with her and, you know, Jeffree Star dragging her and all that kind of stuff, but who doesn't Jeffree Star drag? But today was actually a pretty momentous day, and probably a very stunning and shocking day for people who follow Nikki, because she came out as transgender and literally nobody knew. Not a single person. She had never talked about it. 11 years on this platform. Everyone had always known of her as just Nikki. She's Nikki de Jager from the Netherlands. But she said she had to come out because somebody was blackmailing her and threatening to share her secret and expose her, because they said she was lying to everyone and she wasn't being truthful and wasn't being authentic, and it was sort of against her brand. She's a very inspirational, she has this whole section on her channel of like Nikki to the rescue, where she helps and does makeovers for people. She gets people ready for weddings. She does makeup for proms. She does a lot of different like reviews of makeup. She does really cool makeup looks. She's a fantastic makeup artist. There are a lot of makeup people on YouTube that really don't have any sort of like makeup skills. This girl's got a lot of skills. She's very talented. But the video is like, I'm coming out, and she's sitting there explaining that she transitioned actually while she was on YouTube and nobody knew. So in 2008, she said that she started taking, she said that when she was born, she always believed she was a girl, like since the very beginning. And she always, you know, she said her mother even thought she was a girl. Then she's born a boy, and she said it didn't feel right. And she said thanks to the love and the support of her mother, she actually started the transition process when she was like 7 years old, and started dressing like a girl, playing with dolls, doing everything girly, and never looked back. And when she turned 14, she started all the hormone blockers. She went through different transitions for surgical procedures, and she took a hormone to stop her growth because she's very tall and they didn't want her to be super tall as a woman. And she said by 19, she fully transitioned and had all of the surgeries. And nobody knew a thing on YouTube. And she said that she, throughout her time, has had this part of her that she doesn't want to talk about, has hidden, because it's a part of her that she doesn't want to speak about because it's a part of her she doesn't like. And she talked about feeling trapped in her body as when she was a boy, and now as a woman she feels like Nikki. And her biggest like statement to people was like, it doesn't matter who I am, who you think I am. Like, I was Nikki yesterday and I'm Nikki today, and I'm still Nikki. And it was actually like overwhelming support, so much support. She was sharing so many details about her childhood and just about like being authentic and like the struggles she's had with boyfriends and even with her own fiance. She said she didn't even tell him for quite some time because she was scared, because it's so uncomfortable in this world for her to feel safe enough to share that, because it's a part of her past she doesn't want to revisit because she feels like it's over. But she said now she's 25 and realizes that even though it's in her past, she said that she not only wanted to release the information, but she also wanted to help anyone that was sort of in the same place that she was, where she was in fear of not being her true authentic self, not being able to be forward with who she was, and wanted to give other people an opportunity to understand like it's okay to be who you are. She said, I am me and you are you, and it's 2020, and like titles and having a label doesn't matter. And it was actually super amazing. Like, the comments on this video are so supportive. Like, her fans don't even seem fazed by it. And I'm watching this thinking, I had no idea. None. And it doesn't matter. She's right. It doesn't matter. She's Nikki. And think of it. She's had such tremendous success. And this could have been an incredibly risky decision for her to do this. And she did it very bravely, very matter of fact. And she shared how these people had reached out to her and they said that they were going to expose her and they were going to release the information and attempted to blackmail her. And instead of bending to their blackmail, she said she took her power back and she went live. And she said it was a really hard decision. She'd been stressed all week about it, but she did it, and she actually flipped off the blackmailers. It was the best part of the video. Basically told them to F off. Like, she said it was the best feeling in the whole world because she was finally free after 11 years where she felt like she was hiding on YouTube. And I think most people can be really impressed by her bravery. I was actually moved so much at times where I was like having chills. I felt like crying at other times. It's a 19-minute video of just utter like disbelief because you just literally weren't expecting that. And then at the same time being like, this makes so much sense. And at the same time being reminded again why she is such a good influence on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of crap on YouTube, you guys, like a ton. And there's so much drama and negativity and nastiness, especially in the beauty world and especially in that drama world. And she's never really a part of any of that. And so it's another reminder that like kindness has helped build her platform, and because of that kindness and because of her that her uniqueness and her her makeup is so, it's like artistic is what I would describe it. Like, she always looks to the nines. It's glam, but she also does like, crazy, like where she does like cobwebs and stuff. I mean, she's so talented, and you can tell that her community is so kind and sweet, and it's like full of people that are like accepting because they're all just like, we love you, Nikki. We love you. But it's sick to think that in 2020, people have to live and feel like they have to hide. But then it even is more disgusting that there was somebody who was going to use something so personal to her and so private, because really, why does it matter? You don't have to share this kind of stuff. I mean, you can if you want to, but it doesn't matter. You're still a person, right? We're all just people. But there was someone who wanted to use that against her, to out her, to try to destroy her. And what I love about this is that she was able to share her story in a way that was empowering, inspiring, maybe a little bit scary for people, unexpected, but it left people feeling amazed, and it gave her a voice and a power. And I hope now she can continue to be a voice and sort of just share her journey. Like, I think there's this like fear that people who are transgender are not allowed to talk about it, or you can't share it, or you can't advocate. And I'm not saying she's going to be an advocate for it, but it's pretty amazing that despite that, she was able to do this, and it's been so widely revered and accepted. I mean, it's everywhere. It's put her name in on Google. Everyone's talking about it right now. Everyone. #1 trending. It was uploaded 6 hours ago, and it has 7 million views. This video is beyond viral. It will be probably viewed a ton. I mean, millions. I mean, I wouldn't be doubt if it goes 20 million plus. I mean, this video is amazing, and it's a message that everyone needs to hear. And I think that it's true. After everything she says, she's still Nikki. Who cares? Like, I think she's scared, but I think as a wider, like as a creator, especially someone that embraces and is supportive and an ally and like an advocate and an ally within the LGBTQ community, I say welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You are so brave. You are so awesome. Thank you for being a really good role model and sharing your story and being brave despite the fact that you knew that you could potentially get pushback. And I think that's amazing. And I think her message was amazing. You are you, I am me. That's it. It doesn't change who I am. And I love that. So if you want to watch the video, it's on #1 on trending. Just go onto the main YouTube channels. You can find it there, #1 on trending, and watch it. It's only 17 minutes. You don't even really have to know anything about her to watch it and not feel moved and not feel like, wow, this is an empowering story. There's always so much garbage on YouTube, to have a video where you're just like, I feel amazing after watching that. I feel so good for her. I feel like this is going to help people. That was the one thing I thought was, this is going to help people. This is going to help kids that are going through this, that are struggling, that are hiding, that are afraid to talk about it, that don't want to talk about it. Talk about it. I have so many friends that are transgender. I have someone that works in my home that's transgender, and we love him. And to us, we don't care in my family who you are, what gender you are, how you identify. It doesn't matter, because people are people. And I really, really, really love that message that she gives people. And with a massive platform with 12.5 million people, I'm assuming and counting, she is going to continue to touch so many lives and help make an impact to maybe normalize and stop ending some of these stigmas, because the stigmas for transgender people are really, it's not good, you know? And so I'm really proud of her for taking the step bravely forward. And screw you to the blackmailers. Like, who knew she could flip the tides and like make this the win of the year. And she's going to have hopefully a fantastic 2020. So check out her video on NikkieTutorials. It's actually on her channel or on the main trending page. And if you have thoughts, if you're a fan of hers, I have not watched a ton of her stuff, but I think she's really sweet. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? Or do you just not even care? I wasn't even really surprised. I was just like, this is awesome. Go, Nikki. All right, you guys, that's all I've got on this story, but I'll be back later. Bye.